Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off 50.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
He's at the 50. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Ravens 24, Buccaneers 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there at 22.
7-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
And with that, let's look ahead to Week 5, Charles. Some of the big games coming up as we continue into October. Starts with a good one Thursday night, 3-1 Bucs. The 3 3-1 Chicago Bears. That's Brady versus Foles. I'm sure we'll hear plenty about that. And then Indianapolis and Cleveland, one of those teams, Charles, is going to be 4-1. What else do you have on the docket?
Yeah, well, don't forget Minnesota. They'll come off their first win. They go to Seattle. It was 4-0, and that's a Sunday nighter. And then the Chargers at New Orleans on Monday night. I think Justin Herbert having to face Tom Brady and Drew Brees in back-to-back weeks, not something you would dial up. But this kid seems up to the
And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Rush in.
From the 41, Brady to Evans on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
48-yard line.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And they'll get this down to the 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Jackson now.
Quick slant to Brown.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, hey, you know what I want to do? Let's take a look at some of the leaders right now around the National Football League, because some impressive numbers. Although the Cowboys are struggling,
and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys are...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3rd down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now off the bootleg, eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And with that, we want to remind you, it takes all of us to fight cancer. That's why the NFL and the American Cancer Society teamed up to create Crucial Catch. They've been working together for over a decade, and you can join the fight. Get screened today.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end, able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to O.J. Howard.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, with 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, he sets up the screen to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 37, Ravens 30. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another first and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. After the sack on first down, Jackson, his throw incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunning there to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
In your
and
face!
My goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the
the 28-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he's got his man on the out route. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 44, Ravens 30.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his left. Brought in left side by Snead. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Baltimore.
Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Brady going to look to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management 101.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They're moving the ball and